Okay. Good morning, everyone. Okay. So let's get started. The presentation. Um, I'm gonna start the presentation with the microphone, maybe needed for here, local.
I think it's going to be, hey Antoine, this will be too hot for that mic too.
Yeah. Okay. They can understand.
Can everybody hear?
Can everybody hear me? Okay. Let's go a little bit faster for the first stages. And our main target is save our cadet athletes' future life, future health for this new height categories. The effects of rapid weight loss on health in pubescent taekwondo athletes. So puberty period is 10 to 16 years old for the human being. We know the puberty period is one of the most important stages in the human life when physical growth, sexual development, and physiological maturation take place. Oops. What happened? Monitoring body composition during puberty period is important because many aspects of body composition during this period are predictive subsequent measures of these traits in adulthood. Adipose tissue, a major component of body composition. Okay. Adipose tissue is a major component of body composition, is endocrinologically active and has important interactions with the sex steroid hormones. Furthermore, certain aspects of body composition and their changes during puberty are risk factors for a variety of common multifactorial adult disease, including cardiovascular disease, diabetes, obesity, and osteoporosis. Casolino reported that the starting age to rapid weight loss may be 10, 11 years old. And research reported that the application of rapid weight loss methods during adolescence may lead to negative effects of the growth and maturation process due to the high physical stress and altered protein metabolism in adolescent athletes. And also reported that the rapid weight loss being during adolescence, karate and taekwondo athletes, evidence shows that the weight cycling during adolescence can be a major issue as it might negatively impact growth and development. And most athletes reported that their greatest body weight reduction was 5 to 10%. However, many athletes reported reduction of more than 10% of body weight. Let's say if the athlete is 40 kilo, that means 4 kilos, 10% of their body weight. Such reductions are frequently undertaken a few days before the competitions. There is evidence indicating that exercise capacity in taekwondo athletes is more affected by rapid than gradual 4 weeks. Body mass reduction probably because gradual reduction preserves muscle mass while potentiating fat loss. Result of study taekwondo athletes usually, I'm gonna go a little faster these stages. So we know, we witness, we've been in this business, so we know the taekwondo athletes, especially starting in the cadet category, they lose in a weight, they cut in a weight, almost every tournament, especially lighter categories. The middle and higher categories, they don't usually bother, but the lighter category is more effective. So, achieve such a rapid weight reduction, athletes use a variety of methods such as reduce liquid ingestion, use of saunas, blouses, plastic sewage, reduced energy intake, fasting 1 day prior to the weigh-in, reduce carbohydrate and fat intake. So we have witnessed aggressive methods also. Is warm eating and diet pills, laxatives, and diuretics. The most commonly used weight loss methods are dehydration, obtain the restriction of the fluid intake, the use of plastic suits or clothing by the use of saunas, and restrictions of energy intake. That's skipping meals and, not eating during those days. You can see some of them is 2, 3, 4 days. They don't take anything to keep their weight lower to be passed through that weight. Research has reported that rapid weight loss cutting methods negatively affect the profile of mood and state of cognitive function, decrease short-term memory, affect concentration, and cause dizziness, headache, nausea, as well as increasing fatigue, aversion of physical activity, loss of strength, and nervousness. In addition, these methods could cause impairment of flexibility, reduction of muscle strength, power and endurance, increase in resting and sub-maximal heart rate, and decrease the cardiac stroke volume. How you can see 15 result of rapid weight loss. This is Professor from his article. First one is heart rhythm disorders. I've been, when I start this research, I've been talking with the old coaches around the world, and then most of them coming from Taekwondo athlete. So I witnessed some of them as heart rhythm disorders, and then they didn't know what happened. Why? Because one of the coach, for example, he's actually in the United States. He told me, I have in my family, nobody has this heart rhythm disorder. I got this heart rhythm, I was wondering why I got this one. It was suffering, and then he said, I now found it. I was cutting weight every single tournament in my childhood during my kids and cadets taekwondo athlete period. So blood pressure drops, hypoglycemia, ketosis, distortion of electrolyte balance. This is very important also. Electrolyte balance is very important for the human body. Organ failure. If you drive, for example, you witness maybe around the world earthquake is happening. In the earthquake, the people who get stuck and they save after 4 or 5 days, the first thing they lose their some of organs because of the not taken liquid. So this is very important. Gout crisis, anemia, hair loss, stroke laziness, gallbladder stones, menstrual irrigations, muscle dissolution, and sleep disorders and depression. 5 hormone dangers of extreme weight loss you can afford to ignore. When it comes to the weight loss, too much, go too fast can constitute a legitimate health risk. To say the extreme weight loss isn't good would be an understatement, rather it downright dangerous for your body. Extreme weight loss is, let's go a little bit, because when I read it, I'm sure you guys gonna lost. So let's touch the main issues. You can see for example, local mass. You lose weight, it's not fat that you lose muscle as well. A loss of muscle mass often comes with this is very important, decreasing metabolism rate, the ratio of the metabolism, which further the stability to the fat to muscle ratio. This is very important. Imbalance of electrolytes. So we mentioned before, and also nutritional definitions. Extreme weight loss deprives your body essential nutrients that are necessary for health function. Furthermore, definitions in certain nutrients like vitamin D and calcium can lead to an increased risk of developing certain health conditions or predispose due to injury. One such example as a disease associated with nutrient deficiency is anemia, which is characterized by feeling the weakness and fainting spells and can occur when your intake of iron is insufficient. So gallstones. When gallstones form, severe pain experienced along with indigestion. They are formed when digestive juices in the gallbladder aren't released because of the lack of food to digest. These juices then harden inside the gallbladder. The body liquid level is going down. It's affecting different organs. And inside the gallbladder and can block the opening, causing the indigestion, which leads to further pain and discomfort. So drastic drop in energy levels. So physical conditions associated with unusual weight loss, thyroid-related issues. An overactive thyroid can cause rapid weight loss, the speed causing constant feeling of hunger. Hypothyroidism results of production of exercise amounts of thyroxine, which can push your body's metabolism past its limits. So rheumatic arthritis. So sorry for my reading because it's not easy to.
Do great.
Yes, so you understand, and it's reading also. And gut conditions. So cancer. Look what is happening. The cows to the cancer. So this is, the road map for going through to the all kind of disease and affects rest of their life. Diabetes and clinical depression. It's what we do in our kids. Even death. You can see many, maybe you witness, I can show you some of the, for example, 1996, just 3 months before the Atlanta Olympic Games, Chong Si-hon, I was here in the United States, in New York, and by that period, I know this, and considered the probable gold medal winner, 65 kilo weight category in judo, was found dead in sauna. The cause motive was a heart attack.
There was a young man a few years ago from Latvia who died from
Yeah,
dehydration.
yeah, it's a lot of examples witnessed among in the sports. So judo star dies, heart attack, died in South Korea. It's Associated Press. So in 1 year later, 1997, 3 collective wrestlers died due to the hyperthermia and dehydration associated with intentional rapid weight loss. So Samson say reported weight loss pressure on a 5-year-old wrestler whose father was asking him to lose 10% of his body mass to take part of a wrestling tournament. So we educate parents also as a coach. One of our duty is educate the parents also. I mean, losing the weight, cutting the weight is not only going to the tournament. The effects is very important. Hyperthermia and dehydration related deaths associated with the intentional rapid weight loss in 3 collective wrestlers, North Carolina, Wisconsin, and Michigan, November, December 1997. So these are the cases. You can see we have more cases. If you search, you can see these cases all around the world. The same line, effect of the rapid weight loss, and they died because of that. These examples from United States, so you can familiar those places, and then that's why I put these ones. So case 2, see on November 21, over 4-hour period, 22-year-old man in Wisconsin attempt to lose 4 vertebrae to compete in the 153 libre weight loss weight class of the wrestling tournament scheduled for November 22. His preseason weight on September 6 was 178. During the next 10 weeks, he lost 21 libre, and which 8 libre were lost during November 17 to 20. On November 21st, 5:30 a.m., he initiated same weight loss regimen in a case 1, and 1 hour later, he complained of shortness of breath, but continued exercising. By 8:50 a.m., he has lost 3.5 libre. He drank approximately 8 ounces of water, rested for 30 minutes, and resumed exercises 9:30. He stopped exercising, indicated he was not feeling well. Efforts were made to cool him, and his clothing was removed. He became unresponsive and developed cardiorespiratory arrest. Resuscitation was unsuccessful. Rectal temperature 108, the time of the death. The autopsy report caused the death of hyperthermia. So these are cases, we have hundreds of them cases. So let's see some extreme weight loss methods of uneducated parents and unfortunately coaches. Look at this, unfortunately this is a cadet athlete, 2018. Outside temperature is almost 100. Look at this. You think this is fair for these kids?
We see that.
Look at another extreme sample for Taekwondo cadet athlete. In the plastic, you can see cadet athletes, the young kids. You can recognize from the Hogu. This is Taekwondo athlete, look. Unfortunately, those who see at the competitions are survivors who gone through this deadly combat before competition. We don't know behind the scenes what happened, those kids who get affected from this deadly combat. So we don't know what's going on in the clubs and dojans. We only see witnesses on the arena, you know, the competition area. Those kids who survived through that deadly combat coming to the area, we just witness those kids. We don't know behind, we don't know. Sometimes, you know, athletes coming to the, joining to the club, and some certain period they go, they good, and all of a sudden they just not continue because they get sick. They cannot go further. So they affected. So we don't know. These are not on the presentation. These are not on the table yet. But this is the only what we witness on the competition area. Now question is for healthy young generation of our love sport, Taekwondo, what we can do. Here's some useful information. Percentiles at the children or BMI can give some information about their health, and medical doctors will have free information for their clients. When you take your children as a parents to the doctor for any sickness or any control, they always measure their weight and their height. So because they have a program in front of them, they put those intakes and then they can see what's the body mass index, and that gives some information advance to the doctors. So according to the World Health Organization, this position should be the healthy child on graphics. You can see this one also very similar with the CDC, which is United States follow-up. See the graphic? They should be on this area, their BMI position. So very weak for your child age. There may health problem or malnutrition. Please contact health care facility immediately. These information related age and BMI are collected from Turkish Health Minister's BMI calculator of child age 13, male and female. This one, for example, in Turkey, which I'm originally from Turkey, our Ministry of Health has an application for the parents. If you have a child, so you can go to the application, you put your child's date of birth, weight and height. And then after that, if the condition of body and BMI is very weak, it's warning you, please contact healthcare facility immediately. It's problem, warning, immediately. This is very important. Look, and what we're gonna see on my research, how many percent of the athletes, active playing athletes, will be on this very weak condition. You will see. Very weak. Look at this. Very weak means under this line. See, this is the line of BMI. Look at the position. Look at the position. 13 years old, and look at the body. You think this is a good body concept for the sport and athlete? It's for taekwondo. In the dog, you want to see this. You think this is this is just a picture posted. Let's go weak. Weak for your child age, indicate unbalanced nutrition. This is also warning from the Ministry of Health. Absorption disorders and some disease lead to the weakness, but weakness may not always be symptom of the disease and may also occur familiarity, genetic factors. Please contact a health institution to see your child's weakness is due to any health problem. Still warning you, go, check. May not be, but may be also. The weak, this is the position of the weak. Right over the line and between second line. We call the percentiles. This is the 3% percentiles and 10% percentiles. In between that area, we call weak. Overweight. Overweight also one of the, these days a problem for our kids because of these fast food and then, energy drink, acid drink, those kind of things. So we may gone through that, but the new generation has to face up for these kind of food intake. This is is not good for their health. Obese, you can see the obesity, the position of the body is overweight. So you know what I did? I measured 296 male, 259, total 555 cadet athletes on the World Championship. The President Cup in Europe. So this is the table. You can see 41%, almost 42% is good, normal. Look at the others. Weak, 26.31%. Very weak. Hospitalized. Look at these athletes on the President Cup. They compete almost 9%. This is the government warning. Bring these kids to the immediately nearest healthcare center to check. Look at the ratio. This is the danger. And this is overweight and obesity. This is President Cup. We're gonna go ratio by gender. Let's go to the World Championship. This is over 1,000 athletes, more than 80 countries. Not only one country or 10 countries. Related with the Taekwondo World Championship and European Championship. It's more than 80 countries athletes, different genetics, different nationality, different culture. So what we examine, look at this, 29 kilo in World Championship, 100% is very weak. 33 kilo, 100% is very weak, hospitalized, shouldn't be on the arena to fight. These kids shouldn't be. Look at this. 37 kilo. 78% is very weak. 21% is, again, 100% is on the danger zone. 41 kilo, look at this. 44 kilo, 25%. So, as I said at the beginning, mid categories and heavier categories, it goes to the regular, but the lighter categories always in the danger line. So we'll take one championship. Look at this, and you can see almost the same numbers here. European Championship and World Championship. Look at this, very weak. 33%. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable, really. I have my kids, and they don't do taekwondo because, you know, they choose to play. One of them plays basketball, the other one plays volleyball. But, you know, I don't have a kid on the taekwondo, but I feel like I'm a consummate of world taekwondo. I'm the games chairman of Europe. I've been in taekwondo, I mean, more than 40 years. So I feel like all these kids are like my child. So how we should protect them. And over 2 years, this trial, I've been gone through hundreds of articles, researchers, medical researchers, and just because of to save them. I don't have income, zero. I spend money to do these things. I did everything voluntarily. So what we should see on these results, overall 57% of the athletes measured in both events unhealthy or very close. Only 43% almost normal. Here's the answer, what we can do. Height categories. Height categories we can apply according to the data information from big international tournaments for each gender, with healthy BMI range according World Health Organization studies for child aged between 10 to 14. Also help our children fight against obesity. Their weight categories automatically become when they become a junior, because their body is going to grow on the regular way. So how we did, according to the 1,033 major athletes, we create 10 height categories at each gender, boys and girls, by their height percentage. For example, we have 560 cadet male athletes measured, and we divided by looking at the numbers of the athletes, like this. For example, see the first category. These are the athletes' heights. 148 centimeters, 13 athletes, 147, 11. As a ratio, 9.64. The second category, 10.36 athletes participated among these over 1,000 athletes. See this 153 to 156, 10%. See, these categories created because of these numbers, the percentage. So at the same time, you can see, and this is the same line for cadet athletes, but according to the BMI and percentile. And these new high categories we created, at the beginning, we have only maximum weight, but this is the categories. There's some of the misunderstanding. This is not weight category. This is height categories. These are only limitation for these kids. These kids cannot be over 45 kilo, or this one cannot be over 48 kilo. This is the categories. And for the girls division also. And we had a test tournament in Turkey, Turkish Open. And 400 athletes. Let's see some, get information. Current weight category results, as we mentioned before, 57% was unhealthy and 43% was normal. And male athletes also, 57-43, it's very close. Female athletes, first test tournaments, look at the difference. Here, female, what was the ratio of 57% is unhealthy or very close. This is the test tournament only. Test tournament, that means the kids didn't weight loss for, maybe 1 week before or 3 days before. Look at the number. Drop all the way to the 20%. See this, 79% is normal because it was not officially recognized by Taekwondo, only they recognized as a test tournament. We apply this and see this result of the first test event before official. And you can see the male athletes, the same, 80% is normal. Only 19.79% was unhealthy. Because these athletes and coaches still aiming to participate events, next event for the weight category. That's why they didn't get proper nutrition. They're still holding the kids. And we see this result. So let's compare this. Current categories and height categories. You can see the difference. 42% and 79%. Male athletes, 43 and 80%. So let's go to because some concerns the coaches has it, because we always focus to the weight. The weight difference between kids, cadets, and seniors are totally different. The results also. See the girls category? You can see here, this is the finals. Yeah, I mean the preliminaries, you can understand maybe this athlete, when they lost, unexperienced, is not a good skills or this, that. But this is the finals. Look at the finals. This is under 144. The final, the athlete is lower kilo win. See, 3 kilo less win. 4.3 kilo less win. -5 kilo win against the opponent. So 5.6 kilo, 6.1 kilo less athlete win against the opponent. And look at the weights. I mean the boys. I like to pay attention to this. Look at this. 11 kilo less athlete win against opponent. You see, some of them okay, 9 kilo more win. But here, these are usually the same line with the weight categories. These are not the numbers, but this is very important number. And this one also you can see. So when we review all data information with the World Taekwondo Medical Committee, and we also implement minimum weight limit for each division after the test tournament. At the beginning we didn't implement, it was only maximum weight kilo, but when we review to the test tournament and more articles, so they recommend to be put minimum weight limit for each category. So under 152 centimeter category, they can be maximum 51 kilo, minimum 37 kilo. Okay, this is on the graphically, where is the position of their kilo, that athlete. You can see the position is here. Where is the position? Right before the obesity line. We don't want them to be crossed over to the obesity line for their health. And why maximum? I tried to explain at the beginning. Let's read this. This is also very important. Among children aged 8 to 13 years with a BMI greater than 95% percentile, 33% of them boys and 50% of the girls continue to be obese as adults. Whereas the fourth adolescence is aged 13 to 18 years with the BMI greater than 95 percentile, 50% male and 66% of the female were obese in adulthood. So this is the minimum weight limit for the same category. You can see the position. We don't want them to go down under the very big, because Ministry of Health is warning, bring these kids to the health care center to check and how we can allow them to be participate. Okay, let's go to the next one. This is the World Taekwondo Cadet height categories, new one, which is one of the big misunderstanding on this. No more kilo categories, no more kilo. This is our categories, height, not weight, height. These are only side intakes for the limitation of the weight. This is our categories.
We probably have like 2 minutes.
Okay.
And we have to take a big
All right, done. So I just finished. I would like to thank Mr. the IOC Vice President. He was very supportive on this stage. He was very happy. Actually, what he mentioned to me when I did research, he invited me to the Lausanne for this presentation to the IOC headquarters, because their angle for this project was, we are blocking the abuse of the kids, physical abuse and psychological abuse. When you force the kids to drop the weight, because that's not their decision, that's our decision. So this abuse actually legally is illegal, but in the family you cannot touch, because nobody knows.
This will be your first question.
Okay. So let me get the questions. Okay.
I'm gonna say this. Listen, we're not gonna allow you to stay and ask questions. I'm gonna take it off the big mic so we can start the competition.
Yes.
If you have questions,
Come here. Let me get the whole questions.
Scoop right over there, and let's have a little more intimate conversation. Can we give Mr. Ali a hand for coming out to make this presentation? We're grateful. Thank you, sir.
So I can have your questions. Yes.
Okay. That one